What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Print Pass podcast. My name is Alex.
And I am Mick.
And today we are going to be talking about how you can use DTF transfers to not only save money, but make your business more efficient. Get a little intro music for you guys. But if you guys are new here, my name is Alex. Like I mentioned before, we are the owners of AMS Transfers. We're a custom screen print and DTF transfer supplier located in Houston, Texas. And we have been printing DTF transfers since November 2022. But before then, we were also selling and offering DTF transfers to our customers. We were just outsourcing all of the orders. So the main purpose of this episode that we kind of have laid out for you guys is to show you how you can take what might seem like a beginning step towards actually having your own DTF business with DTF printers and a fleet of them, no less. So that's what we kind of made this episode about, showing you how you can use DTF transfers in your business, all without even kind of actually owning and operating any DTF printers themselves when you're just getting started. So I guess we should kind of start out at the baseline and tell people what a DTF transfer is, right?
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, if you guys are listening to this podcast, you probably have an idea of some kind of t-shirt transfer, whether that's like a screen print or a vinyl or sublimation. So basically DTF are kind of the same as that. You apply them using the heat press. Their DTF stands for direct to film, and they're created with a DTF printer, which if you've seen any of the YouTube videos or anything, we've shown what those are in the past. But essentially, it's just I'm not sure what kind of ink it is, CMYK ink.
Yeah, it's a water-based type
It just lays on a film, and then you take that film and you heat press it onto your garment. So that's kind of just the basis of it. Kind of all transfers are applied the same way, but it's just a different type of transfer.
Right. And using the CMYK colors, just those 4 colors, you can basically make any color in the rainbow. So it allows you to print full color images with ease. And then after it does lay down that CMYK color base, it comes over it with a full white layer and then gets applied with powder adhesive, which is just to really help the transfer bond to the t-shirt fabric and help preserve the longevity. And then after that, it just goes into the drying curer to actually cure the transfers and whatnot. So that's kind of what a DTF transfer is. But how does DTF kind of compare to something like a DTG?
So DTG is direct to garment. So the biggest thing is that rather than doing on a garment, you're printing on a film. So yeah, that's the biggest thing, but I'm not really too sure on DTG. I've never used it before. It's just something we had never done in our business.
But wouldn't it be wouldn't it just be easier to just print it directly onto the t-shirt? Isn't it like making it harder since we have to put it on a transfer and then heat press it?
Based on what I've seen, it takes a lot longer, and there's a lot of pre-treatment that goes with DTG.
Yeah, the pre-treat.
And you just can't, it sounds easier, but at the same time, you can fit multiple designs on a DTF sheet. And so if you print like 100 and then you cut them out and you heat press them, that's going to be a lot easier and faster than printing a complex image onto a garment. Yeah. I mean, again, I'm not too familiar with DTG, but it just sounds like it's for high quantity garments. It probably is going to just take too long.
And I mean, that's actually a good point. So you could basically put a back print right next to a front left chest or something, and with like one stroke of the DTF printer, it would be printing both designs.
Rather than having to flip the shirt over, reprint it, yeah.
Yeah, so I definitely think there is some time that is involved with DTF, obviously, but it gives you that versatility too. So like you could print your transfer at like 11, 12 inches, and that would work for the back on like most small to XL shirts. So you wouldn't have to necessarily just do like a size run of whatever you're printing and try and like guess the sizes before you know it. You could just print the transfers, and then as like orders came in for an XL, a small, whatever it is, you can print those t-shirts as they come in. So just kind of makes it a little more versatile. I do think the pre-treat is probably the biggest thing. I've heard a lot of horror stories about pre-treat, making sure that you have the like spray dialed in. I mean, you're spraying glue at the end of the day, so it's like those nozzles tend to clog up, and if you're using like a black garment, you don't want to spray the whole t-shirt. I don't know. Like Michaela said, we haven't dabbled in DTG personally. We've just basically seen what we have online. And from what we've seen, it just seems like a lot more hassle than it's worth. And then DTF came along, and it's like, wow, really, why would you start getting into DTG at this point with something like DTF? I think that probably is the main reason why DTF has gotten so popular, is because people have just been ditching their DTGs for DTF. But okay, so we gave them the foundation. They understand what a DTF transfer is, and they're interested in starting to offer and sell them themselves. What's the best way to start? Should they go get one of those like 13-inch printers and like convert it to using DTF ink?
If you guys are in any of the Facebook groups on about DTF printing, then you know all the horror stories that come when you go buy a desk printer and convert it. I think I see maybe 3 posts a day about people being like, I converted this printer and now it's not printing anything. And then on top of it, people also can't buy the $20,000 machines for DTF printers. So there is a line, it seems like, I don't know. I never converted a printer, but it just sounds like a horror waiting to happen, like a horror story.
From basically like everybody that I've seen who has like DTF businesses or whatever it is, they basically all say the same thing, and it's just don't buy any of the smaller ones. Just wait until you're at the point where you can get a 24-inch.
I always see people saying on those groups, okay, here's my budget of $3,000. What can I buy off of Amazon? And all of the comments are from people being like, just don't. Like, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
So if you still, and then there's always the option of, well, you can just buy your transfers.
That's what they always say.
Yeah.
And I feel like the people who are asking that question are like, oh, they're just trying to get you to buy their transfers and whatnot.
Well, they are. But, yeah. So I think that, and it also, when you do that, it gives you, like, you're giving up a lot of control. So if someone places an order and you're trying to meet a deadline and you get a batch of bad prints, like, it gives you give up too much control when you're just ordering prints. While we say you start off with that, we did have a better solution that gives you guys a lot of control when it comes to owning a DTF business without all that.
And so, yeah.
We'll lead into that.
Yeah, this is just like so we started, like I said, with, we were just outsourcing all of our production, and what we're about to get into a little bit later in this episode didn't exist at the time. So we didn't have this option that we want to talk about with you guys in a bit here. And if we did, I think it's safe to say that things would be a lot different than where they are right now. And for the better, let me clarify. But all right, so let's just get into it. So basically what we're talking about today is transfers on demand. So if any of you guys have heard about print on demand before, you like have like Printify, Printful, other places like that. They're basically outsourced production for your t-shirts. So you can like sell t-shirts to your customers, and then when your customer places an order on your website or whatever, you can send that order to a print on demand provider, and they'll be the ones who print the t-shirt and then get the t-shirt shipped on to your customer for you. So you don't have to deal with any of the actual printing of the t-shirt, shipping the packages, whatever it is. So that had already existed in print on demand, but what we were looking for was offering a solution for DTF transfers, because we had been selling our customers the transfers themselves, and then they would be the ones who press and actually make the t-shirts. So that's kind of where it came from. We were like, well, print on demand exists. Why doesn't like transfers on demand exist?
Well, because so many people ask us, how can I had one person ask me on a TikTok live one time if she could call me and I could help her get started on getting a business up. That included, she wanted help setting up a website so she could have a gang sheet builder. She wanted help setting up her printer, all of that. And that's where it really like sparked, where I was like, there's got to be a better solution. Well, yeah, buying transfers is great, but again, people just like more control, I think.
Plus, it's also, so if you're buying transfers, I see you have like one of two options, right? So you can either you get an order from your customer, you place the order with your with your supplier, and then you can either have it shipped back to you and then you ship it to your customer, or you guys can take like a pretty big risk, I feel like, and trust your DTF supplier with your customer's address and then have them ship it directly onto your customer that way. So those are the two ways that I see it happening. And the approach we took was having the transfers delivered to us and then sending them back out.
Which just also adds extra days onto your turnaround time.
Right. And it's just like you're effectively just a middleman. So like you're just adding extra time and touch points to the process, which not only take money out of your pocket, but also, like Michaela said, increase your turnaround time. So all of this to say, basically, that's why we wanted transfers on demand. We wanted a solution for this. And we effectively like created the solution that we wanted, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think we've kind of touched on it in the beginning of the past podcast.
For sure. So if you guys have been listening for a while, hopefully this isn't anything too new for you.
Yeah, so like Alex said, it's basically transfers on demand. I'll let you get into all the details, but essentially we just handle all production, all shipping for you. You get our same turnaround time, so it's one day or next day. But I'll let you get into you built it basically and everything, got all the details. He's the IT guy behind it also.
For sure.
Kind of explain how it all works.
So basically, we give you a platform to create your own web store, web store, whatever you want to call it. And with that, you can do whatever you want. So you can change, customize, alter, add whatever you want to the web store. It's all like drag and drop. If you guys have ever used like Shopify before, it's basically the same thing. Just like drag the elements on whatever you need, like button, image, text. So you can change, customize, and add everything and anything that you want. We give you all of the tools to do that. And then we also give you the tools to upload pre-made designs. So say you have like a library of different designs that you want to offer for sale to your customers. Well, that's what you would use the pre-made design section for. Upload as many unlimited designs as you have, as you want. As long as you have the rights to use those images, you can upload them to your web store. But it doesn't just stop there. A lot of times we were getting asked for the ability to offer customs. So that is something that you can also do for your customers. So if you ever have customers coming to you saying, can I upload my image? Can you take this design that I have and print it for me? This would be a way that you can enable your customers to print their own designs. So using the online designer, your customers can upload whatever design they have, size it to like whatever, left chest, full back, whatever they need, and then arrange all of it on the sheet however they want. So if it is like a gang sheet, they can try and fit as many as they can, or if they want to try and squeeze like a back and a left chest on the same sheet, all of that is up to the customer. They do it themselves, so you don't have to do that back and forth. You don't have to ask them what size they want, what color they want, how many they want. The customer does all of it themselves. So after the customer were to place an order, like Michaela said, we'll be the ones who actually print and package the order to your customer. So we blind ship the order to your customer, so we don't see any of the information. It's all your company name if you are on the gold tier. So the gold tier and platinum tier, which I'll get into a little bit later in this episode, have company names on shipping labels. So like the return address, it's going to be your name. So that's kind of like I know that was so much information. That's kind of how it all works. These are the tools, the like base tools that we offer you to then build your business on. You can offer the ability to have your customers upload custom designs. You can offer any designs that you want to sell, give your customers the ability to order those as DTF transfers, as well as like just having a functional website for your business. A contact form is also included standard. So maybe you don't even have a contact form, whatever it is. This is just a way to do that. An about page too. So just it's going to be your business, right? It's all yours, customizable however you want. And that's kind of the starting point, is that web store.
Yeah. It all sounds great. Another thing that I was also thinking was, like, you don't have to have the space for, like, you see all these people who even do go buy a bunch of transfers and then they sell them. But a lot of people don't have that extra space to, like, host or to hold a bunch of transfers.
Mm-hmm.
It all sounds great.
But yeah, so it's all in the pursuit of kind of maximizing the efficiency while you are at this stage of your business. So with what I just said, you completely eliminate that middleman scenario that I described earlier. No more having to take a customer order, then place it with the supplier, wait for the supplier to ship it to you, and then you ship it out to the customer. That is completely gone. Your customer can place an order. If they place their order before 4:30 p.m. Central Standard Time on your web store, that order is going to get printed and shipped the same day. If it is a DTF transfer, which it should be, of course. But so that turnaround time, is impossible to do with that middleman scenario, completely impossible. And then secondly, there are basically, from what I have seen, the research I have done, no DTF transfer suppliers that have a longer turnaround time than, or a longer cutoff time than 4:30, I should say. 4:30 is, from what I've seen, the industry leading best. So that's something that we offer and give to you to offer to your customers. Now, whenever you're marketing your business, you can say that your cutoff time is 4:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Like, that's a big thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, maximizing efficiency is the goal, the centerpiece of Transfers on Demand. It just ensures that you're going to have smooth production, smooth shipping, smooth handling of your customer orders. No, you're not even going to have to touch a DTF transfer, touch a box, none of that. Everything's going to be handled for you in the back end without you even having to lift a finger at that point. So it's really something that I've made a bunch of videos about this on my YouTube channel for those of you who have seen them. But if I were to do everything over again and something like this did exist, there would be no question in my mind that this is what I would do.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we should kind of tell a little bit about what they will be responsible for, just so that, because I know that there are some people who are like, because I don't know if you guys have been watching his videos, but we do, we've got this up and going. So we've talked to some customers, we have people signing up. And a lot of people that I've also heard from are people who sell sublimation, or they sell cups, or they sell embroidery, or they sell, like, it's just also a way to expand. If you are already doing something, but you want to expand it to offer your customers even more, it allows that. So I think that is a very big plus to all of this. But yeah, what you guys will be responsible for is mainly marketing your store and handling customer like inquiries, right?
Yeah. So
we basically don't want them to know we're behind it all, production, everything. So if a customer reaches out to you, you'll be responsible for that. And then also marketing on social media, which a lot of people have. Again, I think a girl I was talking to, she was like, yeah, I have all these thousands of followers on Facebook and TikTok and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, and everyone always asks me this if I offer this, and I decided to look into it. And so, I mean, yeah, that's the biggest thing. It's just marketing.
Yeah, just driving customers to your website. That's the main responsibility. From there, we take it from there. We handle the production, the fulfillment,
The messy stuff.
everything in between. Yeah, the messy stuff, right? The stuff that takes up the space, the stuff that takes up the money, all of the stuff that
The headaches.
the headaches, right? That's the stuff that we kind of try and take off of your plate. So I think that this is kind of laid a good expectation, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
But I think probably the most important thing that we need to just hit on is what's the most effective way to actually market their web store and to actually get their clients to the website, right? Like,
Yeah.
if you're just getting started, what would probably be your starting point? What would you recommend?
If I was just getting started and I had my web store up, I think the first thing I would do would be to head to social media. Create a brand for yourself. I think that's a very big thing. TikTok I found a lot of success on TikTok, building it. And I was actually just going through my stats from last year, because last year on this time, we went pretty viral on TikTok. So I was seeing what was I creating at that time where it was getting this many views. But TikTok has helped us tremendously. A lot of our customers have come from TikTok. Another big one was YouTube. I've been slacking in the YouTube department, but Alex, we have a spot on our thing where it says, like, where'd you hear about us? And a lot of people have come from YouTube. So even if you're just uploading your TikToks onto YouTube, basically getting yourself on every social media platform, I would say, is a great start. It's free. You don't have to do anything unless you want to run ads, but it's all just free marketing for your business. And if you can do it right and you can spend time studying it, then it can truly be like a gold mine in a way. So I would definitely start just getting on all the free social media sites, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, all of them. Get your name out there.
You killed it on TikTok. How many TikTok followers does WW have?
21, I think. Close to 21. 21K.
Yeah. Michaela is the queen of TikTok. She killed it on TikTok, and a lot of things that we also found success on, which unfortunately you can't do until you hit 1,000 followers. But
Yes.
once you do, is going live on the platform. What would you say is where we gained the lion's share of the followers?
No. It definitely helps you gain more because, of course, TikTok is going to push out your content. But I think the viral videos have just gone really, you find like kind of a niche. You kind of see what people like. And then when you find that niche of, like, a lot of mine were small business owners that were making T-shirts and they were looking for ways. So then I kind of fed onto them like, hey, I got transfers for you. And then it got fed onto, hey, I got this that you can get it faster. So I think just building on the community that you have. But once you hit that 1,000, definitely going live. We would go live and just show the printers printing and answering questions, and people would be in there asking. You got to keep their attention, though. I think the printer was something that people were like, what is this? When they clicked on it. So definitely live streams. We would go live every day. That stopped recently, or not recently, within like last year when we got busier. But yeah,
Live streams can be a really big thing. And they can also just be, so like the whole thing with your kind of social media strategy is, I know it's like not fun to put yourself out. It depends on who you are. I'm a quite introverted person, if you guys can believe it, with how much I have put myself out there. But you just got to do it, man. And I know it's
you get
not
more comfortable with it too.
you 100, like, take it from me. If you guys like knew who I was 3, 4, 5 years ago, you would be like, this dude is not going to be like a YouTuber, if I even am, if you can even consider that.
I'd consider you.
But yeah, so you just got to like do it. I know it's not fun if you are an introvert, but it really just, you do get more comfortable with it.
And staying consistent is very important.
Yeah, consistency is probably the most important thing. But what I wanted to say about that is I know it's really difficult to create the content, but what we try and always think about is when we're just like thinking like, okay, I gotta post a TikTok today. What should I post? Sometimes we'll just like scroll through the feed and look at others for inspiration. But the thing that we always try and keep in the back of our head is we just want to create content that helps people. So like that is the overarching theme for everything is how is this going to help people? And we ask ourselves that question with every single piece of content that we create. And this isn't something that we thought of ourselves. It's basically what everybody who is in marketing says is to just help people. And if you can actually help people and provide valuable, helpful content to them, well, then it's like
you have to make it relate to them. They don't want to just see, which I know that some people, like there are TikToks where it's just like you watch people like
yeah,
to
like
go
just
about
funny
their
stuff.
day. But in this kind of space, when you're launching a business, you do have to kind of see how does my content benefit them. So last year I had a TikTok hit 1.3 million views. And I was actually looking at it today, and it was a TikTok about how I made a sweatshirt for under $10. And it was talking about the price that I found the sweatshirt and then the price of the transfer. And all the questions and
That's
all the
all value.
And all the questions and all the comments were people like, oh, I wish I would have known this before I bought this $30 one and this and this. So if you can make it relate to them and help them, it's definitely going to get you more interactions, I guess, and more. Like I had one where I posted, get your orders in before 4:30 p.m. today and we'll ship it out for you. And this person was like, oh, I needed an order tomorrow. This works great. And, it's just how can I benefit this person?
Yeah.
Don't be selfish in your content.
Yeah, it's if you can figure out effective ways to do that, and again, not every piece of content is going to be a hit. You're going to have probably one for every 100 go viral, and that's being generous. I feel like 99 of them are going to be duds, but then you might have
to be go viral for it to be successful.
That's completely true. I was just listening to a podcast of this one person who had 5,000 Instagram followers, and with those 5,000 Instagram followers, she was making over $1 million a year in revenue from them. So it really, quality over quantity. If you have 100 very engaged followers,
that is worth more than 1 million non-engaged.
For sure. That is more than 1 million bots, for sure. So all of this kind of overarching social media stuff is under the umbrella, I would say, of content marketing. So that is the strategy that we have always taken for our business. We have been doing content marketing since the very beginning, day one in our business. So we are strong believers in it. But there are numerous different ways that you can go about marketing it. You can do paid advertising. You can do organic outreach. You can do content marketing.
Email marketing.
So many different things. Well, wouldn't email marketing be content marketing?
Depends. Because when I think of content marketing, I guess. I just think of content marketing, all social media and all. I think of it kind of as like a free tool, which I know it's not because you can run ads and you can promote your stuff, which I don't know. So maybe it is. I guess it falls under the big umbrella of
content marketing, it really does. Like, it's a big umbrella. But
that will be your biggest tool.
Yeah.
Content marketing, I would say, especially if you're just starting out, that's going to be your biggest.
Because you can just, it's so easy. If you have a phone, probably everybody has a smartphone who's watching this video. You can use that phone to create content. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, special. Just start. That's the biggest thing.
Literally, I posted a TikTok today that was 6 seconds long. Like, it doesn't have to be anything crazy. It doesn't have to be all scripted. It doesn't have to be aesthetic. It can literally just put it out there.
And it's going to be the ones that you just never expect that actually pop off.
Yeah.
So that's the way that we would recommend actually marketing and getting started, getting customers to your web store. Just get out there on social media, start content marketing, start providing value, start helping people, and the customers will come, man. I promise.
On top of it, if you're ever not kind of lost on content marketing, how to do it, find a good podcast. like this one, or watch a good video. We have some. Or just like find something that can help you. It's just such a great tool.
There is no shortage of resources
isn't.
with regards to content marketing, marketing in general, business resources.
Just find it. It's out there.
A couple good recommendations if you are looking for marketing podcasts. Marketing Against the Grain by HubSpot. That one's pretty good. If you are looking for books, Content Inc. is a gold mine, a treasure trove of information. Content Inc. is a great one. Also, the Secrets series by Russell Brunson, I think it is. It's like traffic secrets.
He used to have that book up there.
I don't know what it. I can't. It's a 3-book series. Traffic Secrets is one of them. Those are all excellent resources, and again, there is no shortage of different resources out there. So just find one that works for you, and see what you got. The other thing though is probably going to be, there is like a wide debate going on in the content marketing community right now about this. But I think for right now, it's still safe to say that SEO is going to be an important part of getting customers to your website. SEO is changing a lot right now. The advent of like ChatGPT and AI is making Google change their algorithm a whole bunch. So
they change it like weekly.
Yeah, Google is not fun to deal with in that regard. But kind of like the boom of AI and how easy it's been to create what appears to be good content is making Google kind of change how they're actually ranking different things. So what previously used to rank really highly, like if you had an article that used to rank really highly, since the updates that Google's been rolling out to the algorithm, that page might not be performing as well and ranking as high. So the jury is definitely out right now on how effective SEO is right now and going into the future. But I think at this point, you still should be spending some focus on it. I don't think it's something that you should write off just yet. Just keep an eye on it and see how it goes. It
also takes a while.
It takes forever.
It's not gonna happen right away.
No, it is not a short-term play. It is a long-term. It'll probably take a minimum of like 4 months before you see any fruits of your labor. And even then, it'll take like 8 to 12 months to really start seeing the results stack up.
I'm glad you had the patience for that because I did not.
We're still working on it.
You would tell me and I'd be like, did it change? No. And then like 2 months later, did it change? No. And I'm like.
Yeah, we have been stuck at number 4 for custom screen print transfers. That keyword, we have been stuck at number 4 for like 9 months. There's like maybe a few days that will jump up to number 3, but then there's also days that will jump down to number 5.
Again,
so
it's all about that changing in the Google.
Yeah. So all of this to say, just find what works for you. These are the things that have worked for us that we would recommend getting started with. They've been effective strategies for us, effective strategies for other businesses, and they're free to get started. You don't need anything to get started with any of them. So, Michaela did mention it earlier, but we also do have clients on AMS Transfers Plus, which that's probably the first time that we've even mentioned the name, right?
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's true. That's not good.
Transfers on Demand. The service that we have is AMS Transfers Plus. So we call it Plus internally. We do have a couple Plus customers. We have a few Platinum, a few Gold, and then a good chunk of Bronze and free tiers. So again, I'm going to get into the pricing a little bit later in this episode. So if you guys are interested in that, stay tuned. We will be getting into that. But I just wanted to share a couple of different success stories that we have heard from our customers. Specifically, one of our Platinum customers has been just killing it, man. I am over. I can't even believe the success that what she has had. So again, I'm not going to get into details, privacy, that kind of a thing. But yeah, this customer has had just like 3, 4, 5 different of her customers post on Facebook about
so it's kind of. I'll get into that. Yeah. It's kind of I like to kind of stay in the loop of our customers. So if call
it what it is. We like to creep on our customers.
So yeah, okay. I like to creep out our customers. So when I see that their business, like the website, I'll look at their website, see what they're uploading. I'll also check their socials, see how they're kind of just seeing what works, because some people, like the person that we're talking about, or the few that we're talking about, they launched with us, they signed up, and then within like 3 days they were getting orders. So I like to see what they're doing to kind of offer tips to you guys as well, but also just to see like, what are you're killing it. So there's one, I literally have her bookmarked on my Facebook because I like to keep up with her. But she has a ton of customers just sharing like their stories and kind of talking about how happy they are with how fast the transfers had got to them, with how they looked, and just how great she was also like dealing with her. So that's always great to see. I think I always tell Alex, look, someone talked about how good the transfers were. And it sucks because we're happy for her, but at the same time, it's like, we want to be proud of ourselves. Like, we made this person really happy. So it does take teamwork. But yeah, so if you sign up with us, just know I'm stalking you. I'm watching.
But yeah, it's all good things. We're just trying to figure out the best ways to help and help you with your success journey. So yeah, it's been amazing to see the testimonials and reviews that this customer has been getting. I hope for more. It's all great. I'm super happy with that. But let's get into the nitty gritty. So
the not fun stuff.
This is all it's all great and all, but it's just like, how does it all work? So I'm interested in getting started. I have these designs that I've uploaded. How much should I charge my customers?
Okay, so that kind of it varies, and we do have some tools on our website that help you. We have a ROI calculator. Is that what it's called?
Return on investment.
Technical terms. So basically what it is you can see it all. I'm sure there will be links below to get to it. But you kind of project the amount of volume and the amount of profit you want to make off of this. And by doing that, it's going to give you, because like you kind of went into a little bit, there are different tiers. And with those different tiers, you're going to get higher discounts, shipping rates, all that. You'll get more benefits. So with that ROI calculator, it's going to tell you based on your profits and what you're projecting you want to do, or even just what you plan to do. It's going to kind of give you what tier is going to work best for you. And we don't, of course, we are not going to sugarcoat it. If we tell you that the platinum tier is not the best, then it's going to be not the best. And if we tell you that I don't know if you plan to go into detail at all about what the different tiers offer a little later.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's going to tell you, again, we'll have it all linked below, so you can even just play with it, try it out a little bit.
I do play with it. I encourage you guys to just play with the numbers, see what works, what doesn't. Yeah,
so just kind of, that's one of the biggest things that we have to help on that front. And then if you want to get into
it's all relative, right? So it really is dependent on like your customers, your location, the designs that you're selling, all of it. So we really haven't even touched on this, but so we try and give you as much control as we possibly can, and that includes the pricing. So
and how much you want to make.
Yeah, so we set the base transfer. So depending on the tier that you're on, you pay a base transfer price. Now, if you do elect for a higher tier, you're going to get higher discounts on that base transfer price. So if you're on the free tier, you're just going to be paying our retail price for transfers. But if you are on any of the paid tiers, you get discounts on top of that retail price. So all of that to say, you pay a base transfer cost. That is the cost that you pay us for printing the transfer. And then anything on top of that, that would be your commission, your profit. So that commission rate, that profit that you want to make is entirely set by you. So you control whatever price you want to set for this design, for this item, for whatever it is. All of the pricing is completely set by you. you can control how much profit you want to make, how much commission, whatever it is. And even you can change it too. So if you want to maybe in January be a little cheaper, or in your busy time in November, you want to be a little bit more expensive, something like that. I don't know. All completely up to you. You control the pricing and profit commission rate, whatever you want. That's 100% up to you. And that's kind of why we made the ROI calculator, so that you can like mess around and play with the different numbers, the different price of the transfers, so that you can try and determine the optimal commission rate that you want to set. So on this ROI calculator, I went ahead and came up with a couple examples for you that we're going to go over. So on the estimated number of sheets per month, on this first example, I did 300 sheets. So that could be your customers ordering 300 individual of your designs, or it could be your customers ordering 150 of your designs and then 150 custom. Whatever it is, that's all up to you and up to your customers. But 300 sheets per month. Let's go with that for our first example. And then let's say you're going to charge $5 per sheet to your customer. Using the ROI calculator, we've determined that if you are on the free tier, you will be making $39 in profit per month. And the way that we calculated this, kind of giving you guys a little bit insight on how the calculator works, is we take the number of sheets, multiply that by the price per sheet, and then subtract whatever the plan cost is. So this is minusing the cost of the plan in everything that I'm about to tell you. So just keep that in mind. And then that's how we're actually calculating your profit.
And
so
let's just get that. There's going to be four plans. So you'll have the free, which is basically just the base, the bronze, the gold, and the platinum.
Right.
And so that's all going to change based on your plan.
Right.
Just want to get, so when you hear him say plan or all that, just know that there's four different ones.
Yeah. And this profit is after paying for a paid plan, if you are on that. I just want to make that really clear. This is after taking the cost of the plan out of that. So that is literally your 100% pure profit. So yeah, free tier, $39 per month in profit if you are selling 300 sheets per month at $5 per sheet. If you are on the bronze tier, you will be making $136.10 per month in profit. Now, just kind of getting ahead of here, looking at the numbers, the gold tier, you're only going to be making $105 on that one, and that's due to the higher cost of the plan. But if we go up to the platinum tier, we can see that this one is the one that generates the most profit of them all. This one gets us $170 profit per month. And that is profit, again, without printing, touching, anything.
Yep.
All of it is handled for them. That is just their pure profit going right into their bank account. Okay, so that is example number one. Did you want to go over example number two?
Yeah, so example number two, we have an estimated number of sheets per month was 3,000. The price per sheet to your customer is at $4. So with the free tier on that, and I don't know if you guys won't be able to see it, but I'll tell you anyway.
No, I'll put something up on the screen so that they can
see the red underneath it.
Yeah, but we need to, for those of you listening to the audio version, we'll read it out.
So for the free tier, for the 3,000 at $4 a sheet, your profit would be negative $2,610. And again, if you're watching on the video, we'll show you the calculator. You can see all the red, but if you are listening to the audio, underneath it tells you a little bit about why you would be in the negative. And for this, it says the price per sheet is too low to cover the base cost. So consider adjusting your price to increase your net profit. Do you want to go into that? Yeah.
So basically, your price is too low to justify the free plan. So the free plan for the transfer costs $4.87. So that means for every transfer that you sell, if you did price it at $4 on the free plan, you would be losing 87 cents. So that's kind of where we're getting the negative on that. Unfortunately, if you do want to price your transfers that low, you will not be able to make money on the free tier. Same goes for the bronze tier. a different tier probably would be better suited. Again, I'll put up the graphics so that you guys can read this. But again, you can just play around with it on the ROI calculator. Where it starts to make sense now is the gold tier. So if you're on the gold tier and you're selling 3,000 sheets at $4 per sheet, you're going to be making $743 per month on that tier. Again, that is minus the cost of the plan. So that is $743 in pure profit. But, and this is a huge, fantastic but, tell them how much they will make on the platinum tier, Michaela.
So if you are doing 3,000 sheets per month at $4.
Hang on, let me see if I have a drum roll. I think I got horn jazz.
And you're on the platinum tier, you will make a profit of $4,096. Which I feel like if you're doing 3,000 sheets, you're pretty at a good standing in your business. So that is not crazy.
Yeah.
Like
and again, that is all basically on autopilot. It basically is like passive income at that point.
Yeah.
So yeah, play around with it. The ROI calculator is super helpful on the website. But I think we've held off long enough. The people who are here, they are interested, right? So let's get in.
You're still interested. You're invested.
Oh, yeah. We've been talking for 45 minutes. So these people, they're interested. Let's get into the pricing for them. Let's give them the sauce. Let's get into the details.
All right.
Tell them the pricing.
So like we said, there are 4.
Let's start with the starter.
Obviously.
All right.
I'm not going to go with the best, go down to the worst.
Save for the best for last.
Okay, so the starter. So base, like Alex said, you'll have base cost, but it is a monthly plan. So basically it's like a subscription. But the starter is $0 a month. With this, you do pay a $5 custom domain. So like we said earlier, we do give you a website where you'll upload your designs. You'll have a gang sheet builder, all of that. We do pay $5 a month. What it is, or is it?
Yeah,
just
$5 per
I
month.
thought it was monthly. $5 a month just so that we can host it. So with this starter,
The DTF printer actually just paused, so I'm going to go ahead and put capping solution in. Michaela's going to keep on talking about the starter.
No, it's just us now. Okay, yeah, so I'll continue talking about the starter. So with the starter, it is, like I said, $0 a month with that $5 custom domain code or custom domain URL. With that, you'll get access to just the help center, kind of like the articles of support, which I'll get into more about, like why you're saying support later. But you'll get some articles to kind of help you launch the business and all of that. You do pay our full price transfers. So for an 11 by 11, our full price, for example, is $4.87, which kind of goes back to the ROI about you can't do $4. That's because you're going to be paying that base transfer price. Then you move up to the bronze. The bronze is $49 a month. With that, you will get a 10% base transfer discount. So instead of the $4.87, I'm not going to do math in my head, but you'll get 10% off all base transfers on that. So that's where you'll make a little bit more profit. You do get email support with that one. You'll get commercial shipping rates. So as we go into different tiers, shipping is kind of going to change what discounts you'll get on that. You'll just get commercial shipping rates with that one. Same day turnaround time cutoff is 4:30, like Alex was saying. And then also you'll get additional sizing options. So that means gang sheets and all of that good stuff. If you guys don't know what a gang sheet is, it's like a 13 by 22, 22 by 60, all that. You'll get more gang sheet options with the bronze. Do you have anything to touch on either of those before we continue?
We're on the bronze?
Yeah, I just finished the bronze.
No?
All right. Next, we're going to the gold. And this is when things start to get a little more like, all right, my business is...
You're doing numbers.
Booming. Yeah, if you can do this. $300 a month. Well, $299 a month. So with that, you're going to get everything that I said in the bronze tier. So you'll get the email support, all of that. On top of it, instead of the 10%, you're going to get a 25% discount or base transfer discount. So like I was saying, the 11 by 11 with the starters, $487, you'll get 25% off the base transfers that we offer. You also will get chat support, which is a big one. You'll be able to reach us basically anytime.
Instantly, yeah.
Instantly. Better commercial rates. So just better shipping rates for you guys with the bronze rather than with the gold rather than the bronze. This is a big one too.
This is the biggest one, probably.
Your name will be on shipping labels. So right now, if you're on the bronze, and we ship it for you, all it says is fulfillment center. It has our address, all of that. But if you do the gold, it's your name on the shipping labels.
Right.
So yeah, if that's big to you and you want them to know who it's coming from, otherwise it just comes from fulfillment center.
Mm-hmm.
And then lastly, you get all shipping or all sizing options. Mm-hmm. So all the gang sheet options, everything, you'll get all access to that. And the biggest one is the $600 a month or $599 a month. You'll get everything from the bronze, everything from the gold, and on top of that, you'll get a 50% off base transfer discount. So that $487 will go to $2 something. That's what you'll pay us, more profit on your end. You'll also get email, chat, and phone support, so you can reach us on the phone Monday through Friday, 7 to 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. So if that's you, you'll be most likely talking to me. So, you'll get all of that. You can reach us anytime, anywhere, basically. You'll have access to our lives. So this is another big one. You'll get the best commercial shipping rates, lowest, saves you money, all that, which maybe you can kind of touch a little bit on how shipping works. Do they pay shipping? Does their customer pay shipping? How does that work?
Right. So it's shipping to your customers, right? So you can have your customers pay 3 different shipping options. We offer standard, 2-day, and overnight. So the standard is $12.50 normally, and then on top of that, we offer the good, better, best shipping discounts on that. So everything goes down from there. That is the starter thing. So standard $12.50, but if your customers place orders above $100, they get free standard shipping. And then 2-day is $20. That's the starter. It goes down from there. $20 for 2-day. And they can get free 2-day shipping if their order is above $250. But then the big thing is overnight. So overnight is $65. And then if their order is over $300, they get free next day shipping included with their order. So those are all just more things that you can market and just use as like sticky points when you're making your TikToks, your videos, whatever it is.
Which we have actually found that the 300 next day,
it works.
It works.
It works.
We'll have people placing orders for $301 just to get that next day.
Yep.
So yeah, that is big. But we were just talking about that actually yesterday.
Yeah, it unfortunately works, and I say unfortunately because next day shipping is not cheap.
Well, I think it's just something about human nature about. I don't know, me, like, if I place an order for $100 and then I see $12 shipping, I'm like, oh, I got to pay $12 shipping even though you're placing $100?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that just free shipping sets something off in people's head, which we've kind of talked about this, I think, in the past a little bit. We've tried things like free shipping or paid shipping, but a lower price base. People always go for the free shipping. So it's just something in our heads where it's like, we'll take it.
Even people like seeing free. And we literally tried it. We tried like $4.99 with $4 in shipping, or we tried $9.99 free shipping. People would choose the $9.99 free shipping. Like, what? It's
something in us that we're like, free shipping.
Yeah. And it's also like the thing you just said. So like, oh man, $100 and I got to pay $12.50. Oh, but if I order $2.50, I get, oh, well, I guess I could use some more transfers.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's always trying to justify
and then we also have a bunch. Do I mention this? I do. I talk about it in the Q&A, so I'll leave that topic for the Q&A at the end there.
And then, so 2 last things for the Platinum. Everything that we talked about. White label website branding. So if you don't know what that means, it basically means our name will be nowhere on your website. So right now, if you're in the bronze or the gold or the free, it doesn't say it comes from us. It's just like in the terms and conditions and all that. We just have to have our name there. But in the platinum, you get all of that. We take that all off.
Yeah.
So.
And there is a little on the bronze and starter at the bottom. There's like a link back to our website.
Which is basically like Shopify. If you run a Shopify store, it says powered by Shopify.
Yeah,
it basically just says powered
like
by AMS.
Yeah. But if you don't want that, some people don't want anything like that. So that's something that you can do if you don't want that, if that's what you're looking for. But yeah, it is all 100% white label. Like it is yours, and nobody can tell the difference. On the invoices, it's your logo, your name. On the emails, your logo, your name. Everything from the shipping labels, since you get that from the gold, even the instructions, like, because we have to include instructions, right, for telling them how to, like the settings, how to apply them, stuff like that. The instructions is like a generic website. There's still none of our AMS branding, nothing. It is yours through and through.
And another thing that we had a lot of customers want was they want to be able to track their own customers' packages. So you guys will have access to that. So even though it's all through our system, we send you all the tracking information, everything, so that you can track your packages and handle basically no headaches.
Yeah, you guys will have your own like admin side where you can see all of the orders that come in. You can see all of your customers. You can see, like, if you want their emails for email marketing, whatever it is, you can see all of it. You have your own admin dashboard to view all of the information you could want.
You'll be able to see all your profits, everything.
Yep.
And then the last was just custom sheet sizing options. So just different sizing options available.
Right now we only have one client taking advantage of that.
Yeah.
So,
but I mean, you can, if you want to offer a 22 by 48, whatever, you can offer that. If you want to offer a 22 by 240, you can offer that. Yeah. It's just, basically whatever size you want your gang sheets to be and offer available. Yep. Which I've been noticing that a lot of 22 by 120 seems to be what a lot of people like, especially in this option. A lot of our customers really want the 22 by 120.
That would make sense.
I think people just think, I can gang up as much as I want on there, even though it's really not changing anything.
And I think it's probably a good balance between just like a gigantic sheet, like something with like a 240. Yeah, that's interesting. People have been asking, because before we only had like up to 60 inches. So people have been asking us for larger gang sheet sizes for a long time. We just haven't felt the need to do it because, like, I feel like the main reason why people want larger gang sheet sizes is most companies offer lower prices the larger the gang sheet. But what we do is a little bit different, is we offer quantity discounts on the gang sheets. So if you purchase like 3 of the same gang sheet, we'll give you a lower price on that gang sheet. So it's kind of like the same thing, I feel like. Which is why we were like so resistant to doing it for so long, but we just gave in.
It's just the way our human brains.
Yeah. Yep. Good point. All right. Well, 55 minutes in. Should we answer some FAQs?
If you're still in here, thanks for listening to us ramble. Yeah, let's answer them.
All right. Probably these are the 4 most asked questions that we get in the demos, after people sign up, people calling us, asking these questions. These are what we have refined down to probably the 4 most asked questions. Number 1 being, can I add any additional landing pages? So if you guys haven't done any website work before, you might not even know what a landing page is. But they're really commonly used for, like, if you're doing ads or if you're doing product promotions for certain things, you'll want like a dedicated page just for that. So we do use landing pages ourselves. So whenever someone clicks an ad on Facebook that we're running, we'll send them directly to this landing page. And the landing page basically has one function, and we don't allow the person to do anything else, basically. So you just want to like funnel them into doing the one thing that you want them to do. So that's the main purpose of a landing page. And a lot of people ask us if they have the ability to create them. And yes, it is a 100% yes. You can create as many, in fact, landing pages as you would like, and that applies to all tiers. So even the free tier, as many website pages as you would like. I know when we were using Shopify, to create additional landing pages, you would need to get a separate app for that. And that app would charge you per page, basically. Like they would give you 5 pages, 20 pages, unlimited pages or whatever, based on the plan that you chose. So none of that crap. You get as many as you want, whatever plan you're on. Number 2, what is the DPI of the transfers? That's another really common question we get.
300.
No, that's the one. No, you almost don't listen to her. That is the artwork quality DPI that we want.
This is why I don't handle the
technical
stuff.
So the highest quality artwork that we want is 300 DPI. Those of you who are around DTF transfers, you probably know that number by heart. But the DPI of the transfers that are printed, do you know that? No. It says it right there in PrintXP. It's 2400 DPI. So that's 2400 dots per inch. A lot of people ask us that. It's one of the highest quality dots per inch that you can get out of these Epson print heads. So if you could find someone with more, I think you might need to be like using, I don't know exactly, but I think Cornet makes print heads and they might have like a 3600 DPI, but those are primarily used for DTG, I think. So I'm not sure if those have been converted for DTF. That's our DPI, 2400. Next.
Now I'm scared to answer questions. Can I offer pickup?
This is a little bit of a weird one. So you can.
I've been asked this multiple times.
Yeah, a lot of people ask us this. You can offer pickup. It's just that the customer would get charged for the pickup because we have to ship it to you, right? So you can do it one of 2 different ways. You can either charge the customer for pickup and have them come and pick it up from your store, or we can invoice you for the shipping charges. So you can have your customer come pick it up for free, and then at the end of the month or something, get an invoice for the shipping charges related to those pickups. So it is possible. It's just not the most elegant solution.
Yeah. But some people like it.
Yeah, some people like it.
But it does go back to that turnaround time if you want to wait. That does delay it a little bit. So we don't recommend the offering pickup just because then you have to wait for 1 day and then shipping to get to you. So it puts 4 days.
And I mean, the shipping rates are cheap and we offer free shipping at $100. So it's
yeah, but it's really just the time.
I'm saying people, I feel want to choose pickup to save on shipping, right?
Oh,
and the shipping rates are affordable, and we offer free shipping if your order is over 100. So
it's really just whatever works for you. But
yeah. Last but not least is, can I add my Facebook pixel? So this is, again, something probably related to ads most of all. And yes, you can. I'll just get the answer out right away. You can definitely add your Facebook pixel. So you can track all of the events related to your web store in Facebook, and you can use that to guide your audiences for your ads and stuff like that. Completely can do that. You can do it with TikTok too. Any pixel you want, you can add it to your web store. But I think that's a good place to end it. What do you think?
Yeah, if you guys ever have any questions, you can always ask them. Another thing, if you're listening this far and you're really interested, we do offer demos where you can get on a call with one of our sales team, and basically we'll just walk you through how it works, kind of show you a test website, and then also answer any questions you have then. But yeah, that's mainly just the gist of it all.
Yeah, if you guys are interested, sign up for a demo, for real.
Yeah, it's completely free to sign up for the demo.
Yeah,
pick a time that works best for you.
Yep, and
there might be a surprise at the end of the demo. So, if you're listening this far, you're
probably pretty interested. Yeah, so sign up for a demo for sure. You can do that at amstransfers.com/plus.
Or you can leave a link below.
Yeah, I'll definitely leave a link below. Put something on the screen. amstransfers.com/plus. Sign up for a demo. You can even sign up directly if you feel like, I don't need a demo, I heard enough from their hour and a half talking. Mm-hmm. You can sign up right away. That link, again, is going to be down below on screen. But I think transfers on demand, if I mean, we've said it before. I'll say it again. If we were starting over, this is what I would do. I would definitely do transfers on demand. Having the ability to offer our customers custom transfers like natively too. That's a big thing. Is if you are using Shopify, there's no way to have your customers upload their own designs, arrange them on a gang sheet, create a gang sheet. You guys can't do that. So you're going to need to download a separate app and pay that on top of your Shopify monthly fee.
Yeah, I have Shopify for WW transfers, and the other day I had a lot of people asking me for customs, which we have AMS transfer. So I usually just direct them to AMS transfers. However, there are the people that are like, I can't find it on your website. Or they like click on the link that takes them to the custom, and then they're like, all that to say. So I decided I was going to try to add a custom builder, gang sheet builder on to Shopify, and let me just tell you, I do not have a custom gang sheet builder on Shopify.
Yeah, it's not.
It was too much of a headache to find one that was reliable, to get it downloaded, and then like you said, you have to pay for it. So
sometimes it's not just as simple as a monthly fee. A couple of them that I've seen, they charge you a commission.
Yeah,
bro, what? You're just like the gang sheet builder software, and you're charging me a commission on it? Well, that's ridiculous. I can't believe that.
Yeah,
that's insane. That is insane. I can't believe that. But yeah, so we offer the platform that you need to get started selling DTF transfers, whether you want to sell designs that you have yourself, a catalog of your own library of designs. You can upload and offer that to your customers to buy as a DTF transfer. You can also give your customers the ability to upload their own designs and order that as a custom DTF transfer. It is all enabled for you to do yourself, to customize as you see fit right now. So you can get started with transfers on demand literally right now and start offering your customers DTF transfers tomorrow, for example. I hope that you guys see the value that we see in it. If not, we must not be doing a good enough job at explaining it, but I feel like we've done a pretty decent job. If you guys do have any questions at all, comment section is a great place for that if you guys are on YouTube. Otherwise, if you're listening to this on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever, check out our website, amstransfers.com. You can contact us there. My email is on there. Just figure out a way to get in contact with us any way you can. Ask your questions. Schedule a demo if you would like. But yeah, if you are interested in more from us, you want to see more behind the scenes type of content, my YouTube channel is a great place for that. That's youtube.com/@chooseams. Michaela also has her YouTube channel, youtube.com/@wwtransfers. But if you're interested in more of Michaela, she loves TikTok like we were talking about earlier. So TikTok's probably a better place for you.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my YouTube back up, but I just haven't had time. So, which is probably just an excuse. Anyway. Yeah, so you can follow me on WW Transfers on TikTok as well as Instagram. I post a lot on Instagram, kind of just tips on gang sheets, how to build it, show you designs, reviews, all that stuff. So Instagram and TikTok are mainly for me. YouTube's for him. He also has a TikTok. His is very informational. Yours is more... I'm slacking when I watch his TikToks. I'm like, yikes, mine are bad. But you're very helpful. So if you ever need help or you have questions about things, there's a good chance Alex has made a TikTok on it, so, or a YouTube video.
And again, I'll just use this as another shameless plug. For those of you who are like super interested in DTF printing, DTF tips, you want the DTF tips, tricks, latest, whatever, I have a newsletter that you guys can check out. All of the links will be down below if you guys want to sign up for that. It's like for the people who are really interested in DTF, who want like the inside sauce. That's probably for you. Check that out. Otherwise, my YouTube channel, again, is a great resource. So is my TikTok. But yeah, guys, if you are interested in anything, a demo is a great place to start. Or you can check out the website and sign up if you've heard enough. Otherwise, leave any questions that you have down below in the comment section. Get in contact with us otherwise. But thank you so much for listening, guys. We really appreciate each and every one of you, especially those who made it this far in the episode. You guys are the real MVPs. Thank you so much for watching. I don't know where to end it. We haven't done one of these in a while.
See ya. Bye.
Bye-bye.